Alright, welcome to the next video, and we're going to talk about how to find the health in Shadowrun Returns for the player. Um, Before we do that, this video is sponsored by a can that is cold. So we're going to open that can and take a sniff. Yep, it's approved. Going to take a sip. Alright, I quite enjoy that. We'll, perhaps partake in a little bit of that as we go through the video. This is the second time that I've actually had to record this. Once again, I went over the 15-minute limit. I'm not giving out phone numbers to YouTube. I'm not, doing any of that crap. So, really quite frustrating. So, if I sound a little distant in this video, it's because it's the second time I've had to run through this, and if I have to do it a third time, it's gonna be much worse. So, anyway, gonna jump into it here. Open up Cheat Engine. Open up the game. New game. Don't care. Character. It's not important who it is, what the gender is, or whatever. Blah blah blah. Yeah, do this, do that. Usually we'd go in here and find some values and whatnot, but I'm not gonna bother with any of that. Just gonna bring body up as much as we can, and we're just gonna call this Jesse the Body, because I don't live in Minnesota, but it'd be great if I did. So, game loads. Continue. We're ready to go. Click on this, which will trigger the event, which will allow us to click on this computer right here. Yep. Stuff. It's great. More stuff. Yep. Put it down. Yellow button. There you go. Click on that. More things. Text. Graphic novel, the game. Yep. Alright. We're going to launch into combat. So, from here, we already went through the process of, how to find action points and things like that. This is really going to be no different. There's a little bit of subtlety to it, but not that much. Nothing crazy. Just I like the game. Don't think that I don't. But I'm zipping through the dialogue here just for time and brevity. Clicking a lot. Yep, it's great. More dots. All right, there you go. Renraku zips in. That's how I pronounce Renraku as a corporation name. Gonna close that. All right, so Sam is selected right now, but we're gonna click on our guy, Jesse the Body. What is Jesse the Body's health? What's the initial value that we're looking for? Click here. Bring up the karma screen. We could spend 1 karma point if you really wanted to, but hit points, 80. Bring up Cheat Engine, attached to the process. Again, this is all really basic stuff. We've gone through all of this before. Now, the only wrinkle or complication that we have to deal with when trying to find a health here is that we don't have total control over the value. So we kind of have to depend on guys to shoot us to bring our health down. In order to filter the values, we can, it's still 80, so whatever values have changed, we can click on next scan a couple times. We're trimming it down a little bit, but we still got over 20,000 values. It's unacceptable. So what's the approach we're going to take here? Well, the approach that I'm going to take, you can, your mileage may vary, but the approach I'm going to take is I'm going to put my my character here in as much harm's way as possible. Maybe not as much as possible, but in enough harm's way that the AI is going to target my character and shoot me and reduce my health value so that I can filter the value in a somewhat predictable way. So we select Jesse the Body. Going to run him over this picnic table. He's out of action points. It's fine. I don't care about that. Now, what we're going to do with these two guys is we want to reduce the health of Jesse the Body so that we can filter that value. We've already searched for 80, but he's going to be shot. Some damage is going to be done. So we want to be able to filter that value down. Now, something that I've done in previous instances is I've literally thrown grenades at my own at myself. Frankly, um, it's not something I'm going to do here, but in a pinch, if you really absolutely need to modify the health of your player, something to consider is throwing grenades at yourself, and you can actually. If we had action points left, we could select Jesse the Body, and Jesse the Body can actually throw grenades at himself or herself, or itself, as the case may be. We're not going to deal with any of that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to select Sangoma here, and we're going to try and sort of shoot some people and bring it down so that we don't have 3 people shooting at us. That ideally we only want 1 person shooting at us, and then we can move our other people out of the way, and the AI will target the nearest character in a reasonable way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to shoot. New Larry's dead. It's great. It's what we wanted to do. Now we want to kill 1 more. Again, it's just no rhyme or reason as to who we're shooting at, but you can see we're done here. The AI is shooting at us. If we were shooting for, or we were looking for Sangoma's health here, then obviously just lost 10, so it's great. Um, so our turn is back here. We could have our character do things, but instead of doing that, we're gonna actually gonna use the other people first. So we're down to 1 character, 1 NPC. 1 person shooting at us, but we know that there's 2 over here because I've played this scene a million times. So I know they're coming in from this direction. So select her, have them shoot this person. That's fine. So this person's barely alive. So how are we gonna, perhaps reduce the value a little bit? Well, I'm not gonna really screw around. I don't want to shoot this. Well, you know what the hell? We'll shoot this person. See what happens. We miss anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's their turn. We're waiting for someone to attack our player, not just one of our guys, but our actual player, because we've searched for that health. So what we're going to do is go back to these guys. Say Sam. Going to have Sam put some bullets into this guy. He's out of ammo. Have him reload. Who cares? Sangoma. Kill homie G. She's out of ammo. Oh, there we go. We just lost 10 health. It's great. We can filter it down. I'm sorry, we just lost 3 health. That would have Sangoma lost 10 health. Anyway, we're back just to make sure what the value we're searching for is 77. We did in fact get shot. Go back to Cheat Engine, filter that value down to 77. Hit enter. We got 2 values. Seems reasonable, but just be a little more certain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of cut to the chase here. It's a whole lot of nonsense that we're doing, and filter the value to this, filter the value to that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the main character, our guy, Jesse the Body. We're just gonna run him way the hell out here, right in the middle of these 3 guys. And if we don't take some damage that modifies our health, then there's something fundamentally wrong with the AI in this game. So you're shooting fireballs at somebody else. He's running over here behind the box. This guy is going to summon the thing like he always does. Hopefully he'll shoot a fireball at us. He does. We take 12 damage. That's the way we want it. So open the PDA back up. We got 65 back. Close the PDA. 65. We see we're down to 1 value. That's where it should be. Now just to double, to test this value, we're not going to immediately jump into it and start freezing the value by clicking active over here or anything crazy like that. We're just going to set it to 100. Open up the PDA. Haven't taken any damage or anything. We're just opening up menus. We look at the hit points. It is 100. We have found the value. We know we're in the right spot, or at least we're damn close to it. So, what's that mean for us? We have the health value of our player. Let's lock that value. So no matter what happens in the game now, Cheat Engine, when you lock the value, Cheat Engine is not necessarily saying, oh, hey, nobody can access this value. What it's actually doing is saying, every 10 milliseconds or something, I will stuff, 100 into the memory location. So that, unless the program is accessing this address in an extremely rapid fashion, it'll always read 100 because I'm putting 100 into this memory location every 10 milliseconds. That's essentially what that value or what that does for us. So just to make sure this works. Gonna take this guy, gonna run him way the hell out here. But basically what we're doing now is we're just removing our players, or our NPCs, trying to get them out of the way so that the AI will basically target us, dump as much damage as it possibly can onto us. And the way that we're going to sort of go into that, we're going to move him right up here, have our guy just right in the grill, and we'll even shoot him. So, I mean, there's no way. The AI should be freaking out right now, dumping, all sorts of routines and damage onto our player, even though they're shooting fireballs at other people. It's a little weird, but anyway. It's +1 APs, 12 damage, 10 damage. So we should be 100 minus 22, 78. Are we actually at 78? We can go back here. This is the value of our health. We're still at 100. So Cheat Engine says no, we still have 100. Go back here. Nope, we still have 100. So freezing the value is in fact working. Let's unfreeze it. Redo that. Gonna end the turn. Hopefully they'll attack us again, and we will see that that value will go down because it's not frozen and Cheat Engine is not refreshing that value. So, yep, shooting fireballs, 12 damage. Guy in the suit, nice tie. Attack me, 6. There you go. Shoot me, 15. Let's go back, open up the PDA here, see what we got. There's a health of 76. Alt tab back Cheat Engine. Like that, what do we got? 76. And there you go. You can find the health of your player. You can change that value. You can lock that value. You can do whatever you want. And that, again, is the basic iterative process that we're going to follow for finding just about anything, as we did with the action points in the previous video, and we're going to continue on with this basic routine. But action points and health seem to be the most requested thing. This will not, this will work for any member in your party. You just have to actually isolate it. So just an example, just real quick because we're kind of running out of time. Health is 76 for the for our player character. Say we wanted to find the health of the of Sam. So his health is 34. We'd search for 34, and then we would sort of replay the same scenario where everyone would go hide in a corner, and we put Sam out here in the front so that everyone would shoot him and damage him and change his health value, and we'd search for that change value, and then once we found that value, we could put in random arbitrary values and lock it if we really wanted to and whatnot. And that's that. One final note is that this value may or may not persist between levels and sessions and things like that. So health is 76 and that's great and whatnot. But as soon as this combat scene, if you will, is over, and we go back to the flashbacks over, and we go back to the main game, and then we play the main game some more, and we wind up in another scenario where we're having combat. As far as Cheat Engine is concerned, this value may or may not actually persist and be valid. So say that this scene ends, we go back to the game, and as far as this game is actually concerned, you'll wind up in combat soon enough. Circumstances are different, but say you wind up in combat again, and you start putting crazy values into this, it may not be reflected in the game because in between the combat scenes, the game will actually forget what the value or what the address of the player health is. It'll reallocate it dynamically depending. You end the scene, it forgets, and then you start a new scene, and then it creates a new value, or it creates a new location where it's storing that value, and then you have to refine that value and things like that. But anyway, as far as finding the actual value in static and whatnot, we've certainly illustrated that. We've proven it works, and that's all we're going to do in this video.